Okay, in this section, we would like to discuss about the attacks. What does it mean by attacks? Third, I would like to introduce about the attacks and then some characterization of attacks. What are the attacks models? What is the effectiveness analysis, countermeasures, privacy, and some kind of discussion in the current attacks. So do you know what is the meaning by attacks? Attacks means people try to give a wrong reading. For example, there are some news in the Amazon. It was flooded by fake 5-star reviews. And then Facebook and eBay pledged to combat trading in fake reviews. So there are so many fake reviews. So they give wrong rating. So why we need to address this one? Because based on the research, more than 3/4 of people are influenced by review when they shop online. So 3/4 is 75%. So when you want to buy a product, or when you want to watch a movie, when you want to buy a book, when you want to buy a fashion, you will look at the reviews. If the rating is high and if the review is good, then you may want to buy. And the problem is there are so many people who want to give perfect reviews. Then we need to understand how attacks can be performed and how to defend against the potential adversarial attacks. So these days, the e-commerce company like the Amazon, they try to deal with these fake reviews with the AI. So it means when you have the model, then you can look at the potential attacks. You can look at the potential fake reviews. And I think this is also a hot issue in Korea. So the general framework for the attack is something like this one. We know the user, okay, and we know the item. So let's say I would like to put some kind of recommendation to this item. What happens if the system should recommend this item? Then some attackers, usually they use fake profiles, and we call it attacker. They will give randomly rating on different items, and then they will put a very good ratings on this possible recommended items. So if they put the very good ratings here, what happens? There's a potentially to give a good recommendation to this person. I think you still remember. Based on the similarity. So this person give a good rating on this item. This fake user also give a good rating. This user give a good rating on this item. And this fake users also give a good rating. Because this fake user give a good rating on those item J, so we can recommend item J to user 1 and user 2 as well. But actually, they are fake. So why people do this one? Yeah, you know already about the cold start problem. What's the meaning by cold start problem? No review at the first time. So if there is no review, then how people want to buy your product? So yeah, people try to use the monetary value of being in the recommendation list. Individuals may be interested to push some items by manipulating the recommender system. They know that if the product have a very good rating, it can be in the top list. Individuals might be interested to decrease the rank of other items. So if you ask the fake users to give 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, then either items will decrease. So some simply may want to sabotage the system. So this sabotage, we need to detect it. And the issue is they want to manipulate the internet opinion. These malevolent users try to influence behavior of recommender system. Malevolent, so this is malicious users or bad users. System should include a certain item very often or seldom in its recommendation list. So we need to find out when the people buy or when the people look at the products. So a simple strategy, use low ratings to the target item. So this is the very simple strategy. Give rating 5 to that item or give rating 1 on that item. So if you want to make it good, just give 5 and ask all the students to put 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Or if you want to make it bad, just make it 1. So ask every people to put 1. Okay. So that's a very simple way for the attack. So this kind of things, yeah. When you have the attacks, it will not work for the neighbor-based recommenders. So if you have a lot of 1 and then if you have a lot of 5, then yeah, you cannot do for the neighborhood. Oh. So we need to elaborate more how the attacks model. So the goal is that the strategy of the fake profiles, they would like to insert the profiles that can appear in the neighborhood. In the neighborhood means, if you still remember when we do the calculation at the first time on the practice, you still remember? In week 3, we practice when the profile or the rating is the same, 5, 4, 3, 3. And then another user also have the 5, 4, 3, 3. What happened? Yeah, you can see that they are very similar, but you cannot have the measurement correctly. So we need to have the more similar like this one, but if it is too same like this, 5, 4, 3, 3, 5, 4, 3, 3, then it is suspicious. You need to insert the profiles so we can the strategy for the attackers, they do not put the same ratings, but they will just make simple differentiation. For example, 5, 4, 5, 3, 2. So with this simple idea, they will attack to the system. So this is the example of the profile injection. This is one example. So assume that a memory-based collaborative filtering is used. Okay, I hope that you still remember the memory-based collaborative filtering. Okay, in the collaborative filtering, we have two. The first is memory-based, and the other is, yeah, do you still remember? The first is memory-based. The memory-based, we can use the nearest neighborhood, and the other is models. So you can use the matrix factorization, and you can use some kind of model, a machine learning model, to apply the prediction. So let's just use the memory base. We can calculate the similarity using the person correlation. And let's say I want to calculate the neighborhood size of 1. Neighborhood size of 1, it means I want to find the similarity with one user. Only opinion of most similar user will be used to make prediction. This is the target item. I have Alice, user 1, user 2, user 3, and user 4. So based on the person correlation, the user 1 and Alice, the person correlation is minus 0.54. The person correlation with user 2 is 0.68. The correlation with user 3 is minus 0.72. With the user 4 is minus 0.02. Okay. Then what is the nearest neighbor? User 2. Okay. This is the nearest based on user. So we use the user 2, which is the most similar to Alice, and we want to predict this target. What happens next? The attacker, he or she will try to make the profile similar to user 2, but they want to increase the similarity. This similarity is 0.68. So there is still a potential improvement. Then the attackers will try to make it closer to Alice based on the profile of user 2. Then if the person correlation is higher than this one, what happened to the algorithm? The algorithm will recommend according to the attackers. So that happened in many cases. And the attackers will attack Alice. We call it. So in the attacks, there are two kind of dimension. So the characterization of the profile insertion attacks. So if the first we call it push attack. Push. It means we want to increase the prediction value of the target item. So for example, this one. We have the user 1, user 2, user 3, user 4, user 5. And this is the target user. So the target user, he or she already put the rating here, 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 here. And then we want to predict the item 6. So there are two attackers here. Okay, the attackers know that the user, this target user, have a high rating on item 5, item 1. Then he used the high rating on the item 1. And he put somehow different rating on some particular items to make it more obvious about these attackers. And he put high rating on the item 6. By using this one, it is possibly to recommend the items to the target users. The other kind of dimension, we call it nuke attack. The nuke attack means we want to decrease the prediction value. So this is the nuke attack. The same idea with the previous one, but now the attacker give rating 1. If the attackers give rating 1, then what is the possible of this one? So if you look at this one, the item 2, the target user give rating 2. In the item 3, the target user give rating 3. So the attackers just make fake ratings on those items because they are similar with the target user. And then they put the low rating on this. Then it will be lower. So it will make the recommender system unusable as a whole. Based on the theoretical, actually there is no technical difference between push and nuke. Okay? Push means high and nuke means low. Nevertheless, push and nuke attacks are not always equally effective. So this is the old strategy when they want to make the fake reviews, but there are more attackers. Let's have a break. Okay?